Yep, it is completely customizable. Welcome back to another video from SlideCow. My name is Yo-Yo, and together we're going to create some amazing slides. This week we are going to make a completely customizable KPI dashboard to add some extra flair to your performance metrics that you want your audience to take note of. What is a KPI? KPI stands for Key Performance Indicators. KPIs are also known as performance metrics, performance ratios, or business indicators. In a nutshell, KPIs are the metrics that business leaders need to see to verify their objectives. If, for example, a CEO says, "Our priority this year is to focus on growth," then he or she will focus on key metrics such as revenue, market outreach, brand value, and the like. A KPI dashboard is basically taking the data and visualizing it. We format and structure the metrics in a way that allows our audience to instantly recognize strong points and points that need further development. What does that mean for you as a PowerPoint enthusiast? If you are tasked with the development of a PowerPoint presentation or a PowerPoint deck, it is your duty to make things easy for your audience. If you see a good metric, such as sales increasing by 72%, then you should format that result in a way that highlights this is good. I've done that here with the green arrow and the green fragments, as you can see right over there. Similarly, it's a good idea to show your audience the areas that need further development, like I've done with the red areas here. Anyway, enough talk, let's get into it. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a blank slide, because you guys are the professionals, you guys are the artists, white canvases are supposed to excite you. So we're going to delete all this content, and now what you're going to do is you're going to click on Insert, click on Shapes, and then you're going to click on the hollow circle. That is the circle with a hole in it. It's this one right here. You're going to hold shift while you drag it out, and the reason why we're going to do that is because we're maintaining the aspect ratio, right? We're not trying to distort the image through size, we're maintaining the aspect ratio of the image as we resize it. With this yellow circle over here, if you move it to the right, you're going to make the circle thicker. What we want to do is we want to make it just a bit thinner by moving it to the left like so. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to click on Insert, click on Shapes, and then you're going to click on the rectangle. You're going to make a tall and thin rectangle, something that looks like this. And you're just gonna, by the way, just make sure that the rectangle is taller than the image itself. Anyway, with the rectangle selected, make sure the circle is also selected with it. Click on Home, click on Arrange, click on Align, and then click on a line middle, and then click on Arrange, Align, again, and click on Align Center. That way you know everything's perfectly aligned. Okay, here's where it gets really, 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 really fun and really creative. And this is just to show you what you can do with PowerPoint. Okay, so what I did was, and you guys can follow my steps, there are obviously other ways to do this. I went to Google and I searched for 10-stage circle like this, and I got this image right here. I'll provide the link for the image in the description. So you're going to click on Visit Page, and not Visit Page actually, we're going to click on View Image. Forget that. So we're going to right click and we're going to click on Copy Image, and then we're going to go to PowerPoint and press on Control V to paste it in. So the image is now on our slide, all right? You want to send the image back, so you're going to right click it and then click on Send to Back. With that image still selected, you're going to move it so that it's somewhat reflecting the circle that you just made here. I'm going to explain exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to use these rectangles to cover the gaps in that image for us to get a 10-segment infographic. The reason why 10 segments, it's actually the easiest thing to do, right? It's actually easy for us to count in tenths of something. So if you have 100%, each segment will represent 10%. If you had 20 items, each item would represent 2, etc., etc., etc. It's easy to round up or round down. It's very, very easy. So what you want to do is you want to click on the rectangle, and then click on Control and then D. The reason why we press Control D is it means we're duplicating that element, right? Duplicating that element basically means we're telling PowerPoint, hey PowerPoint, every time I press Control D, follow what I did to the element the last time I did it. So basically what I'm trying to do here, as you're going to see, is that every function that I duplicate will be repeated. In this case, I'm moving this rectangle just above that rectangle over there. When we told PowerPoint, every time I press Control D, you're going to give me a rectangle just over the last rectangle, right? Anyway, I'll show you what I mean in a bit. I know it sounds confusing now, but I'll show you what I mean. So you're going to rotate this rectangle that you had just stacked over the other rectangle to the right, so that it's just covering the gaps of these two things here, right? So these two things over there are going to be covered, just like so. that. Perfect. You're gonna press Control D, and already, like I told you, just because we told it to press Control D the first time, it's already stacked on another rectangle. So when you rotate this again, you can see that old rectangle didn't go anywhere. Keep doing this until you fill the gaps and the voids of the image. I'm about to do here. It doesn't have to be perfect. Please keep that in mind. And that looks just about fine. When you're done, just delete the image. Okay. Highlight the entire thing that you've just made now. Click on Format, click on Merge Shapes, and then click on Fragment. Alright? No, I didn't click on Fragment, so let's click on Fragment again. There we go, that's Fragment right there. So what you want to do with this is now you're going to focus on these 10 segments in particular. So I'm just going to color them in just to show you which ones I mean. I'm talking about these ones, guys. These ones right here. These are our segments that we're going to use for every infographic. Once you have them all selected, press on Control X, delete everything else that you have here, press on Control V, and there you go. There's your infographic. So yeah, you can use that as a measuring tool for any metric that you have now in fractions of 1/10. So when you click on Format and then no outline, I'm just going to make this a light gray color. The light gray color symbolizes that segment hasn't been filled yet. So right now it's at 0, for example. You're going to group it up, press Control G to group it up, and then you're just going to make it smaller like I'm about to show you right now. And once that's done, I'm just going to bring it up over here. You can put it anywhere you like on the slide. I'm just doing it over here just for convenience's sake. Okay, so we have this infographic. In this slide, I said that sales increased by 72%. So what does that mean? It means when we round down, it'll be around 70%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color in 7 of these fragments right here. So we have 7. And we're going to make it a green color because it was an increase, right? It was an increase of that number. So that's 7%. The next thing I want to do, 70%. The next thing I want to do is I want to get a shape that signifies that, hey, this was an increase. So in my case, I used a triangle. So I'm just going to use a triangle here. It's very small. I'm going to paint it green, and I'm going to click on Shape Outline, No Outline, just like that. And I'm just going to put that in the middle over here. Then I want to make sure that I'm going to show the amount it increased by. So here I had 72%. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to click on Insert. I'm going to click on Text Box. And then I'm just going to make a text box here saying 72%. I'm going to make sure it's in the middle. And I'm going to change the font. You can change whatever font you like. But let's just increase the size of this. Say around there. Okay, perfect. Now, with everything highlighted, and remember, this is grouped up now. That infographic by itself is grouped up, right? So with everything highlighted, you're going to click on Arrange, you're going to click on Align, and then what you're going to do is you're going to click on Align Center to make sure everything's aligned perfectly. I'm going to bring that up here just a bit, and boom, cool, there you go. So we have our first infographic. Now what you want to do is you want to add some text to your infographic to sort of explain the infographic however you'd like. So for example, it could be a summary, it could be analysis. Like in my case here, we had sales have increased by 72% due to the fact that blah 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 blah, and that's basically a summary. But you might have your analysis behind your KPI performance measure. It all depends. But having text supplementing your infographic is really important to your audience. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on Insert, we're going to click on Text Box, and we're just going to make a text box like so. And I'm going to say that this is sales as a title. Let's just do that like this. And the text is just going to be sales has increased by 72%, blah, blah, blah. And we're just going to put blah, blah, blahs all over the place like this. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to justify the text. I'm also going to reduce the font size to 16. I'm also going to change the font of the title to Pantone Black Caps like this, and I'm going to change the color of it to this peachy red color that I really like. That. So you want to make sure it's aligned by, clicking on the text box and then clicking on the infographic like so, clicking on Arrange and clicking on Align, and then clicking on Align Middle, and that way you make sure that everything's perfectly aligned from that angle. So now what you want to do is you want to group both of them up, and the reason why we keep grouping up things here is because it's a lot easier for us to group up and then align, rather than us aligning every element differently and separately. It's much more time consuming that way. But if we were to group up these elements together and just make one sort of thing, it'd be much easier for us to align, like I'm about to show you now. So I'll move this one down here by pressing Control Shift and just making a duplicate of it, and then another one here, like so. Just move that up here, and then just highlight them all and click on Arrange, Align, and Distribute vertically. Much more easier. When you're done with that, just ungroup them all by pressing Control Shift G, and that way it's all separate again. So here, our second infographic was actually market outreach, and our third infographic was about the customer satisfaction. We said that market outreach over here decreased by 28%. So let's do that. Let's change the percentage to 28. And just for the purpose of this video, guys, I'm just going to color this in, a light gray color, so I can explain my point just a bit better. Yeah, light gray, that's fine. So here you can see when we said sales increased by 72%, we went clockwise with the green color. Because this is a decrease, we're just going to go three fragments down, because 28% rounded up is 30, and we're going to make this a red color. So that way we're going anti-clockwise this time. We're going to also make the triangle red, and we're going to rotate it by going to Home, Arrange, Align, and then, rotate, and then flip vertical. Cool. So then we can say that market outreach has decreased by 28%. Okay? And over here we said that it increased by 51%. So let's just change that to 51. And let's make two of these things here a light gray color to show that it's up by only 51%. And we said customer satisfaction has increased by 1%. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you are done. Look at how easy that was, and look at how powerful it was as well. It's so easy for you to get your point across in a clear, crisp, modern way for your audience to appreciate. Guys, it is phenomenal teaching you. I keep saying this every week, and I'll keep saying it every week. We love doing this. We absolutely love it. We're growing strong. We said before in our last video that if we were to get 1,000 subscribers, there would be a giveaway. We haven't forgotten about that. Let's just do this together. It's a small giveaway, but it's a giveaway nonetheless. We love doing this with you guys. Keep up the great work. Keep up the great passion. You guys are pros. You guys are awesome, awesome people. Please like, comment, share, and share this video. And please subscribe to our channel. We'd love it if you did. And if you guys need anything, please let us know. This is Yo-Yo from Sly Cow signing off. Goodbye.